Okay, Coach. Well, with the Ohio River and the hills of Kentucky just to our right, we welcome you into Paul Brown Stadium in Cincinnati, Ohio. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. As both teams made their way out of the tunnel, these folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the New York Jets and the Cincinnati Bengals. The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. This is taking you to 13. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now the third leading rusher among rookies last year, it's Nick Chubb. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play. It's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 36-yard line.
Here we go, D. It's just me and you. It's just me and you. It's just me and you. 50 feet hot.
On 2nd and 9, Rivers. And that'll be incomplete.
Normally, he's pretty reliable. Usually catches what's thrown to him. On that play, he simply dropped it.
So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9. Working out of the gun, Rivers. And that will be incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
The punt team on now as Pinion sends this one away. This is taken to about the 14. That'll go as a 46-yard punt with a return of 7. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10.
Ready. Black 25 behind. Hey. 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. Now after that last play, there's a Bengal down on the field. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard.
Defense wins championships, baby. Where we go?
Jameis to throw it. They'll try and set up the screen to Hines. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a 1st down.
Nice catch right there. Brings to mind the sentence, when in doubt, find your veterans.
He used to laugh back in the day when they would call guys like him crafty veterans. You get up in your 30s, you're still playing receiver, but you're around that long at that position, you're doing something right.
Just remember this. When he was young, he thought the crafty veteran was simply a guy who couldn't run anymore. Now he understands a little bit better.
To throw is Winston. And it's hauled in by Jared Cook. Now he's going to get the
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football, and that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know.
This is Jalen Richard, the fourth-year man from Southern Miss. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 18 yards on that one, and the Bengals are moving. First down.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. Edge.
Ready. White 25. Check 53. Rabbit. Check.
From the red zone now, Winston. And brought in by the tight end Cook. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last two plays.
First and goal at the 3-yard line.
Mike, ready? Blue 80. Right there in the middle. 55. Here it comes.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. Collectively, great defense. It takes all 11, especially down here toward the goal line.
The call comes in, and the call essentially says all 11 have to make a play here. You have to show toughness. We just saw it there.
On second and goal, Winston. And that is caught. He's got it for a Bengal touchdown. Chris Herndon, his first touchdown on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. PAT up and good by Rosas. And that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he is out of bounds here on the return.
At their own 25-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
Now this one to his running back out of the backfield. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Chubb on the counter. Not much there. Maybe a couple as he's taken down at the 40.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size and these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half, maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Red Delta!
From the 40 now on second down. Rivers. That's complete to Williams out of the backfield. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 27-yard line.
Son, collect 15! Hey, watch the slant.
Rivers on first down. Caught here by Griffin. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first. First down, Rivers. This will be caught at about the 5. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. An 11-yard touchdown as they are now on the board here in the first half. Bryant's extra point up and good. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. That one good for 15, and the Bengals get a first down. His first carry of their second drive, pretty solid. And, of course, remember back to their first drive, really strong throughout that one.
Not only is he getting good blocking up front, but how about his vision to find the holes? And he's seeing things before they even open and hurdling through them.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
First and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. Winston in the offense with a first and 10. And he's completed all 7 of his passes thus far. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. A first down throw for Winston. And an alley to run. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be second and a couple.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Ready? Flag. Check 53 is mine. Let's go.
To throw again on second down. Winston. Flushed out right. And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down.
Ready? Flag 22. No chance. Green, 17. 55 is my guy, 55. You better bring it. You better bring it. I'm letting you know right now, you better bring it.
Working out of the gun, Winston. And this is Cook with the grab. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And no field goal try here from the red zone offense out there. They'll go for it on 4th.
Here we go again.
Winston to throw for it on 4. This is caught. It's Julian Edelman. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down.
Here we go. Tight end to the right, boy. Tight end to the right. Move. 3 down, 3. Let's go.
Oh, how about this on 1st and goal? It'll be a gain of 5 there as they move closer. It's 2nd and goal.
A lot can go wrong when you call a play like this down in the red zone, but that's where you appreciate this from your head coach. He's not afraid to trust his guys to do the right thing, and as a player, that means an awful lot.
Ready. White 25.
They'll let the fullback try and take him home. And he is in. Touchdown, Bengals. Roosevelt Nix, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bengals have taken the lead. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. Fielded about a yard deep. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Inside of a minute left in the half. Does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do or, I guess, don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does, but what influences me even more is who I've got running my football team out on the field and the weapons around him. Can he make a play? Can he get into someone that we're going to trust to take care of the ball? If that's the case, I might push it a little bit here and try and get something before the half runs out.
Rivers now to throw on 1st down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Khalil Mack in there to bring him down, and that is sack number 17 for him now on the year. And he's going to go down again. Khalil Mack in there to get him, and that is now sack number 18 on the season for him. So we have reached halftime in what's a 6-point game at the break. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. And how about this right out of the locker room? An onside kick attempt. The Bengals set to receive. They have the lead and the football to begin quarter number 3. And wait a minute, did the Jets get it? They did. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission? And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the veteran Antoine Bethea. And he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line. First possession in the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
They'll run on 1st down. Richard. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 10 yards there on a Bengal first. Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, in addition to that speed, it helps out his blockers. They don't have to hold blocks for long because he's just going to speed right past them.
And here's a throw that's taken in by the tight end Cook. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. A good pickup there, a 22.
That's another banger.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the ball, as we just saw there.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And this is caught. It's Edelman. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
Hey, we got to get this stop here, D. Hey, stop.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
Brings up 2nd and 7 yard line.